I'm John Batchelor. This is the John Batchelor Show. Conversation with David Sanger, the chief Washington correspondent for the New York Times. I learned that the White House, the administration, first learned that the Saudi National Guards, or the Saudi military, was crossing the causeway from Saudi Arabia onto Bahrain when they saw it on the news. This is a piece of evidence for the breakdown in relationship between Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia, and Washington, D.C., a complete breakdown. You will recall, in June of 2009, in Barack Obama's first embassy to the Ummah, he was traveling to Cairo to make a speech to Cairo University and a collective audience of now former regime cronies. This was the Mubarak regime when they were our friends. He stopped in Riyadh for an audience with King Abdullah, the now aged head of the Saudi family and the absolute ruler of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That conference was said to be very critical to establishing Barack Obama's bona fides in the Ummah. He was, after all, speaking to the most powerful man in terms of oil and energy and the control of the Gulf Council, Abdullah. That was seen as a good, friendly gesture and good relationship. Now, here we are, nearly 2 years later, 3 years later, 2 years later, and Barack Obama, his White House, doesn't get advance warning that the Saudis are sending in their National Guard. What to do with this fact? I talked with Pat Lang and Larry Johnson, two of my correspondents who have wide experience in the U.S. military, especially in that region of the world, DIA, CIA, state. What they tell me is that this is a new chapter in the relationship between Riyadh and Washington. We've broken off consultation and sharing of information. Saudi Arabia is looking to go on independently of the United States. What does that mean? Does that mean Saudi Arabia will find a new military support system? Who? Who besides the United States could go into the Gulf and provide Saudi Arabia with the men, the material, the money it needs to fend off the aggression of Iran? Because Bahrain is a surrogate battlefield between Saudi Arabia, the Sunni-run Saudi Arabia, and Iran, the predatory state of Iran, which is based upon a bizarre Shia model called the Twelvers. This is a proxy war. The only other sponsor we could think that Saudi Arabia could turn to would be China. It's far-fetched. China doesn't have a navy comparable to ours, but China is certainly interested in securing its energy supply lines from the Gulf. So right now, what we know is Riyadh and Washington have broken normal relations as we understand them, and that Saudi Arabia could very well be in the market for a new military brother. I'm John Batchelor. This is the John Batchelor Show. Good day.